should be doing 9.
I'm doing 9. Oh.
Does it involve cosine?
Yes. 1 minus cosine of x over x squared. Okay. Oh, we should zoom in a little bit.
Yes. Alright. Now, which limit is it asking you to evaluate?
As x approaches infinity.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you actually to set the window so that we are looking at x going to infinity. We don't need to worry about negative infinity, so you don't have to change the negative x values, but the positive x values.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then should I make the x scale different, or is it fine?
I would make the x scale different just so we don't get, I would actually set it maybe to 1,000 so that we don't get big fat.
And then there's the y.
Y, I would actually make the y maximum even smaller. It looked in the picture like we had a really tiny value, so maybe just make it 1 so we can kind of see what's going on here. Alright, go back and set your y maximum
2?
to, set your y minimum to 0. And set your y maximum to 0.01.
Does the thing record the calculator?
Yeah, it's recording whatever is on the screen inside of that yellow box that's flashing.
It's taking
Oops, sorry, Bryce.
an active screenshot.
Still nothing. What's happening?
Pretty
here?
excellent. Maybe this
Should
doesn't
the
have
x scale be smaller than the x maximum?
No, all that means is it's only going to put 1 tick on the x-axis at 10,000, so it shouldn't matter a whole lot.
Maybe we should shrink our x max? Like, this doesn't really make sense, but if we can't.
Yeah, go ahead and set the
see
x
it.
max back to like, even just set it to 10. That might give us enough information.
10?
Yes.
Can we leave x scale as is?
It shouldn't really affect things a whole lot.
Okay.
Alright, we have some of our picture. Not quite enough. Go back to window and set it to 100, the max. Alright, so we've got this crazily oscillating thing. Now remember how small our y value is right now. That top part is 0.01. Okay, so as x goes out to infinity, what appears to be happening to this function?
It goes to 0.
Goes to 0. Okay, so what we need to do now is find two functions that we know the limit as x goes to infinity of those two functions is 0, and trap this between those two functions, and then we'll know for sure that it is in fact 0. So go ahead and write up on the screen, you will need this, the definition of the function itself. You can, if you just click on what's behind it, the calculator will go away, but write out the function value. Okay, pull up the graph again, you should be able to mouse down to the bottom and click on the calculator to have it come back up. Yeah. Okay, what function pretty obviously bounds that thing from below?
X equals 0.
X equals, or y equals 0.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Y equals 0 bounds that from below. It never falls below 0. Okay, because let's think about why that's true. Look at the top of the function. The bottom's always positive and greater than 0 as long as x is greater than 0. 1 minus cosine x. What is true about cosine that's creating this oscillation in there?
It goes like this when you dot graph.
Yes, it does, and it bounces back and forth between what two values?
1 and -1.
1 and -1, exactly. So, the top thing, cosine is never smaller than -1. It's never bigger than +1. So what do we know about the top of that function? What is it going to
1
waver?
minus cos.
It's gonna be at about 0.
Yes, because let's assume that cosine's taking on its most extreme value right now, and it's equal to -1. So I have 1 minus -1. What's the top of this thing equal to? 2. 2 over x squared is as large as that might possibly get. Now I plug in my other possible extreme for cosine, which is +1. What do I get on the top? 0. So this thing, because of the fact that cosine itself is bounded between -1 and 1, this function is bounded between 0 over x squared and 2 over x squared.
Yeah.
Alright, go back to the calculator and go to the y equals window. And graph the function down in y2. You're going to leave that one on and go down there and graph the function 2 over x squared. What's going on
The
there?
cursor.
Thank you guys.
Alright, graph all of that together. Alright, do you see what I just did there?
That's nice.
Okay, so did you see our sandwich now? We have 0 below, we have 2 over x squared above, and that function is trapped between those, which means that as x goes to infinity, 2 over x squared, we have 2 over a million squared, 2 over a billion squared, 2 over a trillion squared. What's that getting close to? Pretty
Zero.
obviously. 0. 0 is a constant function, so it's definitely getting closer to 0. So we have two functions whose limits we know is 0, then we have this crazy thing in between, stuck in between them, its limit also has to be 0. Got it?
Yeah.
Alright, that is the essence